Motake Mr. Logic na monfa asem we say enkoma ne se ne ho asem no nya na oni most Spence say asa aka na ho a eye American couple a omonso Mr. Logic atumi adupu wo mu anase watumi adifrodu wo mu no omonso aba out aba beka omonso side of the story as he say no asem no ano ayeden na say no most Spence say Bulldog on time baby a also wotena eni kwanso de no hu wura nsem we mu because they are a cost of Bulldog beka say most Spence no ordinary Mr. Logic ewo secret affairs no or say entesa and some of most Spence ababeka any American couple no omunso ababeka no ano edin omo I imply and also omo de Ghana police any judicial system no so nyina aka ho so omo ne omo eni ne ye kura yenko na de yenko tie ensem we say emra ni wia with the update current update no ebeka yan refresh yan ho kakra na yemra.
Throughout this whole thing, Mr. Logic has been threatening my life.
Don't step to Ghana. I'll fucking murder you.
You're serious right now?
I'm telling you the truth. Yes, it's gonna get very bloody for you.
No, because I'm recording this too.
You better.
I'm recording.
Record it.
And it will be sent to the police.
Like, he's threatened my life multiple times. I recorded the conversations of him threatening my life. I have screenshots of him threatening my life. He even told my mother that he's coming for my life. He told.
So this particular issue no ena ekofa bibia edeba ya Ghana for eka say hey na say audio we say akoso between Monica Spence and then the former manager ye chere Mr. Logic a wono ene that record label a your friend of Red Panda record label ano dia na ne Mr. Logic obey wicked eno ti ya ka se bebo wura ensem ni mu na ja yabusa the reason why intia Mr. Logic etumi sir ye bawura Mr. Logic akache no ono so eba be kan asem bi se dabi enya business affair ho kora ntokwa no moko na emom no wonne ne artist and the former artist omo ewo secret affairs bia obeka sansem no e de kire Ghana for but wo de yentie Monica Spence nesem we say ne kakra na ye wia ye beko Mr. Logic wono so nesem a ode beto Ghana for anim say yenyini no eso na afi current update ababonten a say no American couple yi omo so ensem no ene de Monica Spence wa okachire Bulldog no yakoso enti kakra enka ho na yemra.
My mother, he's coming for my life. He's even sent me emails where he's threatening my family's life. He's like, say, if I don't keep quiet and if I don't resolve this issue with him privately, that he will come after me and he will come after my family. He's like, when I think that everything is fine and quiet and normal, that's when he's going to come after me and my family.
Like, hello guys, what's up? It's Monique or Mo Spence. I just wanted to speak with you guys.
Just trying to make a long story short. So I ended up getting discovered by a company which is called Red Panther Music. And the person who runs that company is Mr. Logic, aka Christopher Nelson, aka Emmanuel Barnes. So, gosh, I don't even know where to start with this whole thing. It's crazy. Okay, so basically, we were living in Koforidua, and in order for the music career to go well, we had to move to Accra, because obviously Accra is where all the action is. So I moved to Accra, and Mr. Logic was dealing with pretty much the landlord who we were moving into the new house for, right? So he was dealing with the landlord. And one of the reasons why is because we were having a little bit of issues with immigration. Like, we were going back and forth with immigration, and Mr. Logic was helping us to be able to stay in the country so that I would be able to do the music. The plan was for us to get a work permit. So Mr. Logic convinced us that we needed to get a 3-year work permit, and then after that we could apply for citizenship. So we agreed, and we paid a lot of money to get it done, to be under his company as his employees. Like I said, we went to that new house in Accra. Basically, in Accra or anywhere in Ghana, what they do is they want you to pay for the year up front, right? They don't do like monthly rent. So we had to pay for a whole year up front. So we did that, right? We paid for 1 year, and then the 1 year went up, and now we're going into the second year, so we paid for the second year. What we did not know was that man, Mr. Logic, he was paying himself instead of paying the landlord the money. And the thing is, I found out later on that the landlord was complaining a lot and was very upset, but Mr. Logic would always stop the landlord from coming to the house. He did not want us to have any interaction with the landlord whatsoever. Okay, so, boy, it was just a big mess. Then we met
Okay, so for those of you, I'm winning something we said, I'm breaking it down. Said you will be to me at Tiasia. It's a year, Ababa Wayai, or Cassa, your friend Monique, and now Monica. Anna, the same name, Eddie Spence, and now Spencer. Now a Chasso, and a Wayano. Most Spence, and not any showbiz name. Mechesa or your singer, and was I a rapper. Chesa or your bar, Canada Memu, and a free. Now, what should I say? The music career no per se eja. Omo bananka obey promotion no obey recordings ewo my Ghana munti. Omo buy no omo okoforidia. Na ena Mr. Logic eka kire eye. Ne say Ghana obetumi penetrate into our music industry no. Se betumi atenenka ama music industry no so abegidin pa dia. Ene ni nyina ne say e wo so otumi ba Accra. Na Accra no na Mr. Logic any fiewura a umbekwa ko han fie e wo honom no wakwa ya intemginafo Mr. Logic no akwa Yesu Kristo eja any nipa no entem me kire Monica Spence and the fiewura na Mr. Logic ejina finfin na Mr. Logic ajisika se wokọ akotua efiewura ne ka eja ne de wakọ han na momu no onse Ghana yetua in advance ebi abe 1 year and now 2 years said you see etiena omo tua first year no na first year no e call ewiye no and na second year sika was omo de ema fiewura no according to Monica Spence what say sika no omo de ma fiewura na omo de ma Mr. Logic say on fa ko ma fiewura na no aginu abomu dadoa a che so wa bosika ni mu ntokuru ma say no fiewura na bu afu ama fiewura no so and I'm so no Mr. Logic any gina infimfini to akoye between and it no Oma Monica Spence ekwan oni ne kunu no ekwan se omu nko hunu efiewura no na omma fiewura no nso kwan so mahunu Monica Spence ene ne kunu na nko ma solve issue amicably a che se sa ensem we say no ekoso no ma you frustrated but there is more to it yanko na de nkutie ho ensem na yemra
beautiful family from America who basically through our channel we met an American family, we became good friends, we started to work together, and Mr. Logic stepped in and said that he could do the same thing for them, get them a work permit under his company, which they agreed as well. And long story short, he ended up going to court because they ended up taking him to court for defrauding them for this work permit. And basically he did the same thing to me and my family as well. He defrauded us out of thousands of dollars, just like he did with the American family. So now basically we have no work permit. We have no work permit, and we noticed that all of a sudden Mr. Logic has a new car, he has a new house, okay? And he's all of a sudden he's living this lavish life. Okay, so now as time goes by, you know, we're starting the music. So, you know, I'm getting into the studio, I'm recording. I ended up recording an EP, and we shot a music video for one of the songs.
Eti odi me yato Monica Spence ho ensem yiso a. De tema me bo post no ene say onso waka American couples bi ana family bi ho asem. Asa American family no enam Monica Spence eso ena Mr. Logic ene omo ehia na ni nyina ne say American couple no so so omo bagana na omo de ideas bi aba na so omo de eno omo ba be establish no ma BTC school boarding school na biemo so omo besa abie music studio na eno na Monica Spence introduce this couple no edema Mr. Logic no at the end of the day omo so Mr. Logic agi wo musical wabon dadoa na esi ade we yesu anasa eye ban na ekwan a omu kire se Mr Logic efa so a odigigi wo musika no ani omu kire se ebra na omu eba omanim no ana omaganam no omu visa na 3 months enu tira se omu tumi extend no na extension no ena Mr Logic eka se owo nipa ewo immigration office honum enu nti omu ema ni sika bi a chese ye couple no e video mu a sika no obeti ni nyina na sa sika na oje ya Mr Logic ani chese ade no ho dwuma ena because se na nkomo ba abe establish adwuma ewo manim nti no no musa ehia eye working permit according to Mr Logic eno so no obeti ho asem enu ti eye Mr Logic atwin wo mu di ye no de ekosi ya ne se ekowie ewo court yenti ensem no ye wia update no me de betwa oso enso
on the EP. We shot a few music videos, but only one came out. And I was, I've been on TV, I'm on radio, and things are going well, right? Things are going well. So I'm like, okay, this is great. So we're starting to build this trust for Mr. Logic. And that is where we went totally wrong. That's where we went wrong. So we built this trust for him, and then we just kept sending him money. Okay, if you get signed, usually when you get signed, the label is the one that takes care of all the finances and expenses. But with his company, I guess it was more like a management company. So any kind of services that I needed, basically like a music video, radio promo, anything, I had to be the one to pay for it. It was not coming out of the label's pockets at all. It was coming out of our pockets. So, things were going well for a while, and then all of a sudden things started slowing down. And I'm like, hey, okay, so when are we going to start shooting the music video for these other songs? Because I already paid for them, and they were not cheap. And I just keep seeing his life going up. He's living a lavish life. And I'm sitting there and I'm stuck and my career is going nowhere. It just all of a sudden just stopped. Like if you see the progression, you'll see, oh, Mo is doing great. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, where's Mo? What happened? Like, how come there's no new information, no updates about Mo? And it's because he kept taking the money and not doing the work. So it got to the point where like I was getting fed up and I'm like, look, what's going on? Because I paid for all this money and nothing is getting done. And he's like, don't worry. This director, he's busy, he's traveling, he's doing this. Oh, this is that. Like there was always an excuse, and there's always, okay, no, don't worry, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday. Like he just always had an excuse for everything. So he told me that I needed to go to South Africa. And the reason why I needed to go to South Africa is because we recorded a song called Be Happy. And I agreed to it because it has like a Amapiano vibe to it. It has a very South African sound to it. So I agreed that, okay, I will go to South Africa, shoot a music video out there, do some TV promo, do some radio promo. That was on the itinerary. Like that was what I was supposed to do when I go to South Africa. But before all of that happened, he gets sued by the American family. And
eti senye ensam no ekoso no. We no ayetie no kra eye okay. Na more Spence HSA. Ne former manager, Mr. Logic. Ejiji wo musika no. No mu de money to for more afa Mr. Logic. I say the financial issues no rocket assume. Took us say they was shoot too high. Just say omo say Mr. Logic. Etumi to fie. No talker. Mo Spence shall say, "Hey, sika nyamedi." So be dey akoka. On to me nka. It will have Mr. Logic Abrabo no koso but on no dear no just I say atonsum so ho ana yesa ede bibi akata so a che say ogusua o kofo mo a na eno na wo yes obe approach Mr. Logic ana Mr. Logic e kire ne say your friend say before no kra no mame fa wenhim leti ase before no na omu atwatwa videos bi ne ade music videos bi na videos no omu twatwa ne mu ba ko pe ena ne promotion ne sha ase se quarantine na ni age honom na ma omu sade omu trust esa ma Mr. Logic enuti yen come back to baby ani adru no ade se wo kire se apenu I frustrated enti no hu de onye ene o approach Mr. Logic se bema dia ya wo ye dem se enye fesa ena Mr. Logic ebeka kire ne se ade se omu music video ba kubi anase enwum bia so mkotwa video efa ho no na enwum ne title be happy na be happy no enam say sound no afrobeat friend say amapiano vibes niti no also mko South Africa na omukotwa video no eno na Mr Logic chese omo tisimo mko South Africa na according to this video no omo kire say omo do South Africa no most Spence say even hotel wo kokoda ye ni nyina no eyo no ani tuaka management be ni management they at least o sign under management and that's all under management we are omo na hwe according to most Spence no onu mom na hwe ne ho asa hwe Mr Logic ahwe just one ni kunu no my confused ache say South Africa ho no mo nsem a esi here no na ano edin na eno enema most Spence call back to Canada ache say odi video we say eba abonte no yentwa ehonum engu afei Mr Logic and so I'm actually a part of the story more or just on name mo Spence no omo secret affairs bi aside the business no na sa secret affairs no and na mo Spence promise ne say obegu ono no Mr Logic animu ase na santoko we say nyene be 6 months back yonkote Mr Logic ni wia ye beba update about abetodwa no enso eso
Matipa na me peso ya long kana or sending me the link Facebook link you don't understand the name bibi sa le cost but before cry again best at na that no catch them say obegu minimum okay because we in Tokwa course and I said course in terms this month ago I will share in I on the me wa broche enti santo koi course we ntuma ayen Tokwa meka say na enye professional na say ntuma hon Tokwa na ye sorry to say ne odo semon Tokwa meka say odo semon Tokwa na get say me apologize to my woman, my wife, my lady say, and then making baby Sammy so day because idea I can take my money on one now to me for my minty. And he saw or don't semon talk one and then Emma before by ya, Shemi before can same year, Messolia, Demecocania Yank. And Chiang Tokwa on him come back. And I said last week, and Tokwa, yes, this month near. I don't. Ye German will be our cry movie on. Okay. Yes, you say a bit GC, Nyaka, copyright with any production music to negative. Fish that in Ubia, Fanapani. And then say, me to one lawyer sending linker. Nikosha and NBC Nekoso.
Okay. Oka say, or do, Oka or da, as a Chinese saying. Urabano na one no chimp na bibi odo womuntem asa na were you dating her?
Make I say asemba the only way I will be me then that is the one so we can pray. Media asemba no pray die to komu bia ni sene be ya otina bi no obi fiti masama otina ku bia ma me. Okay. Ni ntwanto na ekiri no bibi ko pim na peje obeka so baby na na empathy ni daily. Okay. Okay. Na beni no juma. Okay. Na fi na ono die meni ntem na gise na ye wo ni odon sem so. Okay. Na bibi sa go home. Even though I mean say enye professional. Make I say may advise all my fellow label owners and artist managers say the only artist or buy juma but what dia na me man pan e ma no ye the hands to we flange je and for one course na tibia no because e dey asempa na be brew the time oba na ka say bia mitimi ko ne sa bia mu na akoye emotional issue. Okay. Nti yes na bibi sa akoso. Okay.
Nti ohwa e de be pa na sia said the woka say 6 months ago and on ni nya ntawantawa na no kura na enye Ghana na ya manone said the wo amanone na oba no so amanone no monya mu differences wo hodada nti 6 months ago and mu have mu banta na obi be ka said the be na asia afe and again na ba bontia be video a all cansem eto Mr Logic so e de na asi
me da se pa mi nia before girl no be Ghana June na before we Ghana no na say na edwuma bi wo fa che so ya wanye nti no ye say nka obi di kan akọ South Africa na edwuma no yakoto aso because na say okoye wed obi ai say okoto ewo manone nti ono koye na me so ye den mi di later na enimu na ipoye no plans na yekura no plans no delay by because South Africa on the video director only ni kasa there I give say 2 weeks now obetinka
Accra FM
me say plans na yekura ipoye na kasa plans no delay ni ade bi nti enimu na ye say okay that be ya mo say o Canada na ne ba ba be wo ne bupini ba be wo nti so no ko Canada na on ko fena ne ba because of the so said na namu na me sima no judge juma no ko Canada
eti aha ena eye Mr Logic enso ebe claim e de kire ewiaseman ene Ghana for say muslim tie mase a che say Mr Logic ebe kan ensem we say ewiye me share that video we because na ye penokra ewu eti na Ghana for enim say ebia most pensi asheda ena opese ogu Mr Logic enimu ase eti one mo asem na kwakoda until say eye ade say enra enrich yes just recently about 2-3 years 2-3 days ni trumu about 2-3 days ago ena eye Onua FM bribi ejejew eso a program so ena omo efre eye most Spence and omubusa no this same issue ho asem na most Spence eka asem no said the esitie na mom no de okaka ho ne se on say Mr Logic kasa no ewa Accra FM no oka bibi se woni most Spence ewo secret affairs no ena Bulldog ana Bulldog ekotena eye UTV United Showbiz so eka se eye anokore pa no nokora na ni tuam se eye most Spence ene Mr Logic no more affairs but don't forget say most Spence no kunu menyi eno so emfiri utirimo a che se most Spence etumi bo modern ebete Bulldog e warning say obi a wonim ni dade adenti no tumi ka ne ho asembo ne sa yankode ko tie most Spence ne semo a ode atudwa ewo Onua FM eye bribi ejeju eshosuo no na yemra.
Mr Logic has it all over on the blogs or the vlogs that you two had something intimate going on, like you guys were dating and your mother even asked him to marry you, and you are just being bitter because he doesn't want to date you no more, and that's why you're out here trying to tarnish his image.
Oh my goodness, that is all complete lies. That is complete lies.
Have you at any point in time fallen in love with him before, like even have a crush on him?
So sorry, I didn't hear you.
Have you ever, in any point in time, fallen in love with him before, or even having a crush on him?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And one thing I actually do want to say about that is with Bulldog, I'm actually very disappointed in Bulldog because he went on national television and lied about me, and I'm really upset with him. I'm so upset. Like I don't even know Bulldog. I don't know Bulldog from anywhere. So for him to say that he knows for a fact that Mr. Logic and I had something, or that my mother wanted me to marry Magic, and all these are all lies. This is complete foolishness. So I just want to let Bulldog know.
It said the most Spence at the ebetu dano or just the Bulldog ebekaye and now Bulldog ebekaye no completely foolishness and no on a part of the story. I said you see beka or just a Bulldog the new consent ko beka bi kura because sasim wisin enyo no nasem na eno na American couple ya meka omu ho asem ni maame a oboma ye friend Shelly ne kunu no US Army oba abonten ebeka say sika Mr. Logic agye afiri mu ho no enye sika ketwa in the name of say omo epe say omo extending omo visa ena ebiem no nso no omo pese omo yes citizen ena ebiem no nso no omo esepe work permit ene ade den kona de enkotie ni nsema okaye no na yewia yebeto aso.
Mr. Logic has it all over on the blogs or the vlogs that you two had something intimate going.
When we decided, we'll get Mo and her husband to get us our housing, get us set up, and we just would just go to Ghana. So, throughout that process, we, got all of that set up. When we got to Ghana, that is when we met Mr. Logic. He was there at the airport with Mo and her husband, and he had someone from immigration meet us at the airport and brought us through. So that is when we met him. That was the very first time we met him. That week when we went, they took us to our place, and we needed more furniture because our stuff from the States wasn't, going to arrive not till probably 3 months out. So we went and we got some stuff. He took us around. He helped us get our stuff, get the place furnished, and the whole 9 yards. All this time we realized that he was very popular because everywhere we go, everyone knew him, Mr. Logic, Mr. Logic, Mr. Logic, and we were like, okay, this guy is well known. He's, we don't have no reasons not to believe, that he's well known.
Right.
So a couple weeks in, he approached us and said, this was in May. A couple weeks later, he approached us and he said, you guys know that, Mo is, Mo's, she's going to be signing to my record label. And if you guys are interested, you guys can, be on the team. And then, we're looking for people to be on the team. And because you guys are international, this will be a team to be reckoned with, and that whole 90. So we were like, okay, no problem. Because, our goal, especially my husband's goal, was to come to Ghana and, open a music studio so that, those up and coming artists would get the opportunity to come into the studio and record and, put their music out there in a legitimate way instead of being in the mall and, that kind of thing. So that was my husband's goal. My goal was to come and, meet people that would be able to help me open a boarding school for kids. So when he approached us about the music thing, that was right where my husband's at, because that's exactly what he wanted to, what his plans were.
Okay, so basically, you and your husband were coming to set up businesses here. You were coming to build a boarding school, and your husband was coming to set up a studio so that up and coming artists, music artists, can record and put their music out there.
Right.
Great.
Yes. Right. So with him approaching us like that, that was like a tick off of the box for my husband. So he told us, well, if you guys, I can put you guys to, on the team, and what you would need to do though, you guys would need work permits. So we were like, okay, so what would we need to do? Because if we are going to be living there, of course, we need to get ourselves, straight in the country. So he said, well, you guys have, till May, because our visas was only for 3 months. So by the time we got to Ghana, we were in our 2nd month. So the third month would have been June. So he said, well, you guys would need to get your work permits because you don't want your visa to expire or not. They're going to send you guys back and, you can't overstay and that kind of thing. So we were like, okay, how much would it cost? So he said to us it would be $3,000 each, myself, my husband, and our son. So we were like, okay, but my son, why would he need a work permit? And he was like, well, that would just be for him, for his permanent residency. He would become automatically permanent resident. So the 3,000 would be for 3 years. And you guys then, after the 3 years, you guys would then apply for citizenship. So that was not.
Let me get this straight. When you were coming to Ghana, did you go for your visa in Washington, 45th Street,
Yes.
or you went to New York?
I did it online and it went to Washington.
It went to Washington,
Because
okay.
at that time, remember, it's COVID was still a little bit,
Yeah.
on the scale there. So they wasn't allowing anyone to come in. So
$50, $90, which one did you go for?
it was $60.
$60. Okay.
$60. $60 US, yes.
And that was the Ghana High Commission in America, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So when you got into Ghana, he said you will need permit to live in Ghana.
Yes. Yes.
And that was $3,000 per head.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he said it would have been an extra $1,500.
Okay.
Bringing that to, I think, extra 2,500 for processing fees.
Right.
So in all, it was like 11,000.
It was like $11,000.
Yes, 11,000 US dollars.
Okay, sure. So, in a nutshell, what happened? Did you get the permit?
No.
Why? What happened?
When he told us that we will need to give him the passports, that he has people in immigration that would get us our work permits back quick. It would take at least, he said, 2 to 3 weeks. So he said, give me all passports, let me get my people in immigration to get it all set up and what. So a few weeks, like that same week after we gave him the $11,500.
Okay.
He told us then, I think it was the Friday, he said, you guys would need to pay, because he has a record label and he's employing people from outside the country, internationals, we would need to pay taxes. So my husband like, why would we need to pay taxes? Well, we haven't even started working or getting paid yet. And he said, well, that's how the Ghanaian government is. That's how they just operate. You don't have to be working there. If I have a business, he said, I have the record label. So once they see that I'm hiring people from the outside, they're gonna automatically want to take taxes. He said if he was hiring someone from Ghana, they wouldn't bother him.
So bam. Not to say a couple and as a USA family and American family, no. Almost part of the story. No. I just sabri ya kasa de Mr. Logic eka chire omu say working permit. And say omu extend omu everses no. Obi abetua $3,000 US plus processing fee $2,500. No okeka ni nyina bomu no. Not just say $11,500 and Mr. Logic eje ya ode wasa ne sirim owie ye no ana obeka kire wo mu se enam so opese wonu wo mu eye adwuma kro ni ntino eye ade se so mutua tax obi a omu nhye adwuma se kra Mr. Logic ejije wo mu tax o enipa nye but still na no ensam no more e wo ho no mo a woman no ekan ye yanko ahasei ena oka Ghana police for any judiciary no and I say judicial ehon asem say oh yentie ensem a oka no na afei yemra ne medi enkomo emfa
first of all, when we first pressed charges, we went to Adenta police station.
Okay.
And the reason we had to take it to headquarters was because Mr. Logic had someone in the police, Adenta police station,
Okay.
that was playing around with the case.
Okay.
So we were advised to take it to headquarters. And that is where everything started moving forward. That's when everything started moving forward.
Okay. All right. I would have to let Mo also speak, but how do you feel now with all this issue and all the suffering that you people went through here in Ghana? I understand your husband is a U.S. Marine?
Army.
Army, okay. How is he feeling about the whole thing? Because the last time we spoke, you told me you people spent everything. You literally used all your savings, everything.
We went to Ghana with all our savings to do what we said we wanted to do, and that was to give back to, to help develop Ghana.
Okay.
So my husband is very, very, very hurt. He feels like responsible that he had put his family, myself, my son, and put us in this bad situation.
Yeah.
Right now we are really disappointed because not only in just Mr. Logic, but we are also disappointed in the legal system there in Ghana. That's just, how we feel because, we kept, every time there was the case was called, we were going there, and Mr. Logic Mr. Logic turned up one single time out of the 4 times we were there. And it seems that they were just, playing around and making it seem like no big deal. Even immigration, it was like no big deal. The police, no big deal. Y'all are Americans. Y'all, y'all have more money. It was like they didn't understand that this guy took us for everything. He even took the rank we gave him, 71,000 CDs. For the year 2024, 2025, he took that and didn't even give the landlord. The landlord called and they put signs on our door. All of our stuff is in Ghana under siege by the rental board or whatever it is.
Oh, the landlord has confiscated your properties because you haven't paid the rent.
Yes, and we paid him. We give him 71,500.
Oh, you gave the money to Logic to pay the rent for you.
Yes, because he's the one that went forward for the house.
Okay. I must say it's quite frustrating what you went through in Ghana, but trust me, we are very loving people here. Sometimes when you go to a foreign country and you get into the wrong hands, things like these are bound to happen. I don't want you to take it at heart that Ghanaians are bad people. We are not bad people. We love people, and also we are very peaceful. It's rather unfortunate that you said you don't believe in the legal or the judicial system.
Yes, anything away and someone. American couple etumi ebeshia ya omuso no at the same time no Mr. Logic if you ra honsensem sika no Mr. Logic waje wadi the judicial system there the biaya ye betina ha ye kase police for lawyers court ne ade na omunti no sese no aduru America mamu America for na ebe kan maye that is what kire say ene court timi frɛ omuko court for 4 times no Mr. Logic etumi eba mu ba akope omunye serious omu eni asem na sabiri no eye couple yi etumi asa akokodi America mamu. I just say this is the current update concerning Mr. Logic when most Spence omo issue no ujidi say ebia Ghana mra no ene abranti eni ne dendenden ana say inya no anya America for do mu sika say dem America drop adwenkyere eto comment section no ase na ini nkomo emfa emfiri ho no. So subscribe ya mesro ya no subscribe no turn on the notification bell. We are no like video no share video no e de amaye o comment no. Fa to comment section no asindi nkomo emfa emfiri ho no. Aha, eya WhatsApp TV. You better share bio. Until then, Macau.